You talk to your kids about drugs and alcohol. You even got through that conversation about sex. Now, isn't it time you talk to them about lunch? With all the talk about being overweight, experts agree that eating 5 to 9 servings of colorful fruits and vegetables and being active every day will help our kids stay healthy and fit. Eat smarter, be active, get healthy, America.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
Final, the Kogan Family Aquatic Complex. It's Russia and USA, the nightcap here. Getting ready to begin this one, along with Pat Beamer and Greg Meskel here with you as we're ready to start things up. And you can see these two teams line up for the opening sprint. Russia in the dark caps, USA in the white. Our officials from China, Cao Jun Lee. From Hungary, Peter Molnar. And sprinting, Prokofyeva and Heather Petrie. And it is started off with the United States. Their roster goes like this for this one. Armstrong in the cage, Petrie, Mathewson, Villa, Wanger, Figgy, Steffens, Nagy that is, Gandy, Wines, Rulon, Dries, Craig, and Seidemann. For Russia, in the cage, Kovutsinskaya, Timofeyeva, Prokofyeva, Konuk, Antonova, R.A. as we know her, Tankiva, Soboleva, Karpovich, Belyeva, Ivanova, Gaufler, and Dushkinkova.
Well, I think we're in for a great game today, Greg.
Backhand shot attempt there. Stopped. Goes past Armstrong.
Had a little conversation with United States head coach Adam Krikorian. Talked to him about the keys to victory tonight for the United States. He knows that the Russian style of play, especially defensively, hard-nosed press defense, they want to front at 2 meters and will be draped all over Americans, as you see now. A couple of keys for the United States to have success, not to turn the ball over, hopefully to get the primary Russian defenders, namely Sofia Konuk, number 4, in foul trouble, and not to let up any counter goals because the Russians swim so well, and here we see an example of that now.
And we just saw a turnover there, entry pass into Craig, got away, and the ball back to the Russians. Russia won this event back in 2008. Really have had the USA's number at certain points over the last couple of years. Always a good battle with these two. 2 seconds left on the shot clock, and Konuk is not going to get this one off. Shot clock violation, ball back to the United States. Here's Betsy Armstrong.
That's a great defensive possession there for the United States. They were able to lock down at 2 meters, didn't allow any cheap shots, especially towards the end of the clock.
Here's Rulon. Goes cross pass to Petrie. Inside to Craig, but that pass not enough on it. Taken away there. Stolen away by Belyeva. But then the other way, a contra foul as Russia was headed down, and the ball now back to the United States. Early first quarter here.
The United States were bailed out a little bit there by the offensive called against Russia. The United States certainly doesn't want to turn the ball over, especially on entry passes to 2 meters. We saw an example of that just then.
Here's Rulon. Physical play there, getting tangled up. Has it back now. That was Antonova. Shot clock down to 9. Here's Wines. Entry into Craig, trying to step to the ball. And again, these passes just a little short of Craig's handle. I think also the passer assuming she might come out a bit for it.
Well, and that really, Greg, that's the hard-nosed press defense that the Russians will run. Every pass is going to be contested under duress. It's going to be difficult to work that ball in cleanly to 2 meters, and that's really the name of their game.
5:15 to go. First quarter, scoreless, USA and Russia. Final game of day 3. The prelims here of the FINA World League Super Final. Pass goes to Canuck, far side. Lauren Wanger's there defensively. Shot clock about done, and Russia will turn it over. USA defense forcing Russia on a second shot clock violation here in the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's their second defensive possession in a row that they held Russia to no shots.
Inside to Craig, gets the catch here. Takes a shot anyway and throws it in, and that'll be no goal, an exclusion called. Cammy getting some practice. That will send out Russia's 6 dark RA.
You're cheating there. Raina Kovacheva, or something to that effect.
4:31 to go in the first. USA and Russia. USA here on the player advantage. Here's Wanger. Shot attempt and partially deflected, knocked down. Ball back to Russia. Sides are even now. Here's an exclusion on the United States. So we'll send Heather Petrie out. Petrie didn't realize it there at first. Now they get her attention. She's headed out. And a 6-on-5 here for Russia.
Let's see what the Russians have for their power play. Starting out here in the 4-2.
Pass comes near side, now top. Shot clock to 8. Sides coming even. That shot attempt left of the cage and out of play. Ball back into Armstrong.
I think Lauren Wanger got a hand on that ball. Field blocked it out of bounds for the U.S.
Armstrong sends out to Villa. Villa dealing with some pesky Russian defense there near mid-tank. Advancing again, goes ahead to Lauren Wanger.
Just a heavy press the whole way.
Villa has it. Gets it back to Wanger. Press there again, and the ordinary foul. Shot clock down to 8. Deals back to Villa. Brenda gives a look. Tries to go near side to Wines. Pass too hot to handle, taken away by the Russians. Now they're on the move. 3:12 to go. First quarter, we're scoreless. Russia and the United States. Here's Russia controlling.
You hear the United States calling out the defense 2-3. That's asking for the 2 and the 3 to drop to 2 meters to deny the ball.
Shot attempt high of the cage. Prokofayeva. A little high on that shot attempt. Out of play. And the United States takes over. Here's Armstrong. Villa now moves ahead. Gives it off to Wines. Ordinary foul called. Wines looking inside, but Craig all tangled up there. Here's Wanger now. Inside to Craig. Here's a decent catch. Ball still fought for. And here's an exclusion. Now Wines moving in, but steal from behind. Great defense there by the Russians and Prokofayeva. The excluded player there was Rizova Alancheva, now leading to a 1-on-none. The lob, and this one scored. Armstrong couldn't get back there fast enough. It was trickling into the net. And the steal there after the power play goes awry for the U.S. leads to a near 1-on-none, and Russia puts it home, going up 1-0.
Yeah, and that really is not good news for the United States. Cammy Craig was doing work down to 2 meters, is able to draw the second exclusion. Here we see the goal against the United States. Belyeva squirted out, was cheating back, cherry picking as we like to call it. Nobody was minding the shop. Left her 1-on-nobody with Betsy Armstrong. She's a tremendous goalkeeper, but that might be a little bit too much to ask for.
Some changes here for the U.S., quite a few. Tanya Gandy's come on, Maggie Steffens, Melissa Seidemann, Erica Figge, Annika Dries, and Courtney Matthewson. Exclusion called against the Russians. Antonova. Here's Figge to Maggie Steffens. Comes middle. Now Gandy. Gandy puts that one home. Tanya Gandy delivering on the near side, tying this up 1-1, an extra roar from the crowd as the San Diego native puts that one home. Here's the replay.
See the big field block there by the Russian, holding down on Annika Dries. He's able to go underneath both arms of the field blocker and the Russian goalkeeper, Kushov. Say that 5 times fast.
And Trees there being used as a bit of a stepladder on the field block try. To no avail from the Russians. We're tied at 1. 1:42 to go in the first quarter. And now USA pressing defensively. Inside to Steffens, has her hands full there and headed to the side. Exclusion called. Maggie Steffens will go out.
Yeah, that was a great effort to start with Maggie Steffens. The United States will press when they have 2 meters controlled and fronted.
6-on-5 opportunity for Russia.
Steffens just got into a little bit of a bind there.
1:23 to go here in the first quarter. Tied at 1. Canuck controlling. Goes far side. Several head fakes. Shot attempt there off the bar and away. New shot clock. Sides coming even. Steffens returns. Tracked down by Sophia Canuck, another USC. Former woman of Troy. Shot attempt there is in. Score the goal for Russia. Soboleva finding the corner, and it's a 2-1 game.
Unfortunately,
in favor of Russia, 1:03 left.
See Soboleva just catch and shoot from the one position. Was able to beat Betsy Armstrong to the high near side. Hate to see those kind of goals go in. Relatively soft.
And now the USA again down 1. Under a minute to go in a fast-moving first quarter. Here's Melissa Seidemann. USA winners last night in a shootout. Defeated Greece the night before that. 2-0 so far. Here at the World League prelim. Contra foul called here. Ball going to be given back to the Russians.
Courtney Mathewson just got a little over-aggressive trying to shake her defender even over there. Contra foul, and now the Russians. Tremendous transition team getting up and down the pool.
Canuck controlling. Looking inside. Moves it back out to Soboleva. Now around to Ivanova. Soboleva controls. 30 seconds on the first quarter clock, 10 on the shot clock.
The United States in a 3-4 defense, trying to deny the ball at 2 meters.
Soboleva, that one didn't have a chance. Wide of the cage. Armstrong now controlling.
And the U.S. are up in transition.
Sends ahead to Gandy. Gandy on the move. Deals off to her right to Figgy. 12 seconds to go here. Here's Gandy now. Dries working at 2 meters. Gandy looking down low, gets it to Annika. Should have a decent catch here. The turn and the shot just off the mark. Out of play, and the ball back to Russia. And the Russians will put this in play. And that will bring an end to the first quarter. Well, after 1, it's Russia 2, the United States 1, in a quick-moving first quarter. That's how the Russians hold a 1-goal lead after the first. We'll take a quick timeout. Get you back here. You're watching the FINA World League Super Final live from La Jolla, California, here on TeamUSA.org.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
Back here in La Jolla, California, FINA World League Super Final. End of the first quarter, USA trailing Russia 2-1. Tanya Gandy, the lone score here for the United States. Russia getting scores from Soboleva and Belyeva, and Pat, has that pressing, frustrating defense of the Russians worked thus far?
Yeah, so far it has. Already the Russians have induced a couple different turnovers on entry passes into 2 meters. They've also induced steals from the perimeter. And the United States, they need to be able to control the ball more. That's one of Coach Krikorian's keys to success, and his team so far not entirely successful. However, the United States have done several positive things, including getting one of the Russian primary 2-meter defenders, Rizhova Alineva, with 2 exclusions already. As we know at home, 3 of those and you're done for the day. And after the first quarter, that puts a big hole in the Russian defense.
Full slate of games tomorrow, still to be decided. Once the conclusion of this game, get a better idea of what matchups we'll be dealing with tomorrow. Make sure to check usawaterpolo.org for all game scores, schedules, recaps, score sheets, and we'll also give you an idea of what the schedule will be tomorrow if we aren't fully sure of it before we sign off here tonight. Start of the second quarter, opening sprint, and it's won by the United States. Figgy out there to get it, and Back over to Steffens now. Here's Seidemann. Comes to Gandy. Gandy over to Seidemann. Now looking for Steffens. Entry pass inside to Dries, and ball under is the call.
Yeah, the United States can't afford that sort of entry pass. That's their third turnover going in at 2 meters already. Annika Dries, second-year player at Stanford, was able to gain position, seal off some water. And the bad entry pass by Steffens has the Russians going the other way.
7:25 to go. Second quarter, 2-1, Russia in front. They control the ball now. Russia in the blue caps, USA in the white if you're just joining us. Last game of 4 on the day. Entry pass inside, and Seidemann going to be caught there. Excluded, providing defense there on Tankiva. 6-on-5 advantage here for Russia.
You heard the groan from the crowd. Tankiva had ball in hand the whole way. Seidemann makes a play on the ball. A lot of people, perhaps myself included, don't necessarily agree with the exclusion, but nevertheless it's called.
Minute gone by here, second quarter. Russians working it around, sides coming even. Fakes, shot field blocked, Steffens and Gandy getting a hold of that one. Ball back to Armstrong. Here comes the USA. Entry into Dries, trying to make the catch. And the exclusion will be called.
Looks like number 4, Canuck.
Mathewson controlling now, looking inside for Dries. Canuck is the excluded player right into Seidemann on the doorstep, and she has all kinds of time to find out where she wants to put that in the goal. Buries it, and we're tied at 2. 6:22 to go, much to the...
Look at the strength shown here by Seidemann. She's got a defender draped all over her, able to maintain her legs and her base underneath her. Give the goalie a pump fake and then cross it up.
Just powerful move there by the Stanford Cardinal. Seidemann putting that one in, and it's a 2-2 game, 6:21 to go.
And thus far, the United States, 2 for 4 on their power play opportunities. They'd like to keep that percentage all the way through. That's a recipe for success.
Entry pass inside, double team, kick out. Pass out, rather. Shot clock to 10. Ball comes near side, nothing there. Shot clock to 6. Armstrong there, left hand, takes it down. And under 6 to play here in the second quarter. We're tied at 2. USA and Russia. Here's Erica Figge. Goes ahead to Maggie Steffens. Into the post. Dries working hard, turning. Dries gets a look and stuffs it in. Annika Dries working hard, able to spin and put that one home. A 3-2 lead. USA takes their first lead of the game. Here's the replay.
See the Russian defender there, just haggling, working, showing hands, trying not to get excluded. Annika Dries able to make that full quarter turn to her left and finish on the outstretched arms of the Russian goalkeeper. U.S. now has the lead, 3-2.
And a 3-2 advantage for the United States. Again, changes here. Craig returns along with Wines, Rulon, Villa, Petrie, and Wanger. Full line change here for Coach Krikorian and his squad.
Yeah, Coach Krikorian shows a lot of confidence in his bench. He'll go 6 for 6 substitution-wise, keep all of his players fresh. Hopefully that helps in terms of attrition towards the end of the game.
5:13 left. Second quarter, shot from way downtown over the top of the cage. Out of play, Armstrong could let it go. Now she's up with the ball, looking to advance the USA offense.
Not sure if Soboleva sent that airmail or Federal Express. Regardless, it went far over the cage.
Here's Villa controlling. Oh, look at that. Brenda Villa. Quick look away.
This is a great look from Brenda Villa. She's up at the 4 spot. She fakes it. Really hasn't been shooting much in this tournament as yet. Hard fake, cross cage. Able to get defenders to jump. Beats the goalie near side.
4-2, the United States in front now. 4:41 to go. And Villa adding the last goal for the United States for now a 2-goal lead. U.S. was trailing in this game at one point. Shot attempt there, right on Armstrong's radar, knocks it down with the hands. Live feedback here, fans wondering the officials for this one, Mr. Molnar, Mr. Cow. For this last contest here, USA and Russia, last one of the day.
Officials representing China and Hungary.
As you know, here in a tournament like this, Craig turning, had the turn but kicked it out, passed it out. To Villa now. Here's Rulon. Back into Craig, they'll try it again. Cammy with the catch, and the contra foul called.
Yeah, she was leading with her head a little bit there, trying to step out to the ball. Dipped her head back right there into Soboleva. Another turnover there at 2 meters.
Russia now looking to set up their offense defensively. What do we see from the U.S.?
U.S. defensively, they're now in a 1-2 drop. They want to press away, deny that ball to 2 meters. You see on the weak side, they're trying to run an ISO, the Russians are.
Ball comes near side here, and that one just got past Betsy Armstrong. Scored the goal there for the Russians, Yulia Goffler.
Great weak side motion here by the Russians. Leaves Goffler all by herself. We just saw the Russian goalie get beat to the near side. Now Betsy Armstrong, product of Michigan University, or university thereof. Sees it get past her. Russians pull within 1.
And you can see in front of Armstrong, Villa disappointed there. She was also trying the field block, and that one just got past her hand. 4-3 game now. 3:20 to go in the second quarter. Here's Villa. Comes near side of Wanger. Exclusion called. A little tug on the suit, and to the corner goes Goffler. Advantage here to the United States. Here's Villa. Back to Wanger. Gives a look. Petrie far side. Moving in on the baseline. Cross pass comes Rulon. Back middle, Wanger. Swings to Villa. Villa gives a look. Drops it over to Petrie. Shot clock to 10. Sides coming even. Here's Rulon on the catch. Rises up, and the skip shot skips left out of play. Wide of the cage.
There's a little bit of a broken 6-on-5 play for the United States. They missed Cammy Craig sliding out from the 2-post. Rulon had to settle for a last-second shot there before sides came even.
2:34 to go in the second quarter. A 1-goal lead for the United States. Looking down low. Shot clock down to 6 here for the Russians. The lob shot. Armstrong up to grab that one. Fought for the ball. Armstrong's got to stay in the cage because a Russian player was very close to it. Glazina. Armstrong seemed torn whether to vacate the goal to go get that one or not.
Yeah, and that's one of the things as a goalkeeper. You either have to commit 100% or stay at home. Great shot.
There's a goal.
Puts the Nikakova.
Sounds good.
Here you see her. She's going to go cross cage. Betsy Armstrong just barely misses that, but that's a wonderful shot.
Tied 4-4, 2:09 to go here in the second quarter. .205 to go here until halftime. We're tied at 4. U.S. had a 4-2 lead. How quickly the Russians have battled back. Inside to Craig, and again a contra foul. Craig had a big turn ready.
Yeah, that was a tremendous move in there by Cammy Craig, but she was leading with her left arm. It was above water. Pretty easy call from the official from Hungary.
Russia now moving in, gonna get a good look here. This shot just high of the cage. Off the mark there on the try by Alexandra Antonova.
Coach Krikorian not happy with that defensive possession. Cammy Craig a little bit late coming back defensively. Allowed that wide open look. Fortunately, it went high.
Here's Rulon in the corner. Dealing with Canuck. Goes out high to Wines. Wines giving to Villa. Shot clock to 5. Shot clock to 2. Here's Wanger. They'll need a shot. Gathers up. Entry pass inside, and the exclusion called there. They put it into Craig with about 2 seconds remaining. Here's Rulon now moving in.
And that's Antonova's second exclusion of the day. Really, the United States made something out of nothing there. Looked like they were going to have to dump the ball. Still worked it to 2 meters and were rewarded with an exclusion.
Winds here to Villa. Inside to Craig. Tries for the redirect, and a 5-meter called. Cammy dragged down as she was looking to rise up and redirect that one. The penalty called, and now we'll get a 5-meter shot here.
We'll try and get another look at this penalty. I think it was called on number 2. That's Timofeva.
Rulon here will shoot the penalty. And Kelly Rulon puts that one in. A 5-4 lead right now for the U.S. after Kelly Rulon cashing in. Scored a huge 5-meter penalty shot in the win to secure the gold medal. Here's the replay.
Here's the penalty. Up high.
Simple bear hug there on Craig as she was going up to make the catch.
Timofeva took away what we like to call a probable goal. And that oftentimes is rewarded with a penalty shot, as we just saw there. Kelly Rulon able to convert.
48 seconds left in the first half. 5-4 USA. Craig drawing the 5-meter. Rulon doing the rest. And now the USA back in front by 1.
Here the United States call out their 2-3 defense.
Shot attempt there. It's in. Scored for the Russians. Ekaterina Prokofyeva scoring. And again, we're knotted at 5. Back and forth they go here. Just 27 seconds left.
You'll see the United States here on the replay in a 2-tree drop. Maggie Staffens, legs up nice and high to try and get to the field block. Betsy Armstrong beaten to the near side. Tie game once again.
Here's Seidemann controlling. Last possession here for the U.S. if they want it, can run this clock down. Here's Figge controlling. Entry into Dries with the catch, looking to turn. Palming it, still holding it and putting that in. What a powerful move by Annika Dries.
Folks, I don't know if you understand exactly what kind of strength is required there, but Annika Dries just put on a weightlifting show there. She is toting around 2, perhaps 3 different Russians. Take that with your ICBM. She's able to finish it up and over the outstretched arm there of the goalkeeper.
Look at that, just shedding defenders. And then Armstrong with the stop, and we pull into halftime, 6-5, USA in front, thanks to a big-time goal by Annika Dries, just deadlifting players out of the way at 2 meters, and the USA up 1 here at the half. We are at halftime. USA in front, 6-5. We'll take a quick break and get you back here. You're watching the 2010 FINA World League Superfinal, live from La Jolla, California, right here on TeamUSA.org.
Well, everything is in its place, and I can't stop the smile on my face, 'cause I'm happy in this place. 1, 2, 3, so smile, smile on my friends. You're in a happy place, so smile, smile on my friends. Come on, smile, smile on my friends.
Make your happy happen at sandiego.org.
You talk to your kids about drugs and alcohol. You even got through that conversation about sex. Now, isn't it time you talk to them about lunch? With all the talk about being overweight, experts agree that eating 5 to 9 servings of colorful fruits and vegetables and being active every day will help our kids stay healthy and fit. Eat smarter, be active, get healthy, America.
And we're back here at the Kogan Family Aquatic Complex in La Jolla, California at the half. The final of our nightcap, USA 6, Russia 5. Looking at some of the halftime stats here real quick. Annika Dries, we saw her last goal, 2 goals. For the rest of the USA, Brenna Villa with 1. Gandy scored the first, Rulon on the penalty, and Seidemann also delivered as well on that powerful move. We've seen a couple of just strong, powerful, strong
Absolutely.
moves.
I mean, one can make a pretty easy argument that the United States has a collection of the best centers in the world between Cammie Craig, Annika Dries. Here we'll take a look at Brenda Villa's goal. Also put in Melissa Seidemann. She can play both center or defender.
And the Russians have spread it around as well. Prokofyeva with a score, Soboleva with a score, Belyeva, Goffler, and Rusti Kinokova rounding out their scores. Some other numbers, Russia just 1 for 3 on the power play, U.S. 2 for 6.
Look at Ani Dries here. 3 defenders around her. Huge fake.
That is just a product of hard work by Dries down low. We're at the half. USA 6, Russia 5. You see Krikorian and company reviewing the plan because this one is far from over. We're back after this. You're watching the 2010 FINA World League Super Final live from La Jolla, California, right here on TeamUSA.org.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
We're back here at the Kogan Complex, along with Pat Beamer and Greg Meskel here with you for the 2010 FINA World League Super Final. This is the final game of the prelims. Tomorrow we get into quarterfinals. We'll be tabulating the full schedule after this one is over, as all the teams have to figure out win-loss records and then sometimes goal differential, as of course teams are going to have finished with similar records depending on what happened over the first 3 games. But we'll be back here regardless tomorrow, 2:30 start for all the action. USA will play the 7 o'clock game tomorrow night, and then provided if they keep winning, they will remain the late game of the tourney. So don't forget to tune in and join us here back on TeamUSA.org for all the action tomorrow, and then the next day, and the day after that as well. And while we're at it, fans, July 8th, USA men versus Montenegro, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on the Versus channel. July 8th, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, USA men versus Montenegro. Join Pat and I for that big match, International Men's Water Polo on Versus. USA and Russia, they always give each other a good game, and tonight no different. And Russia defense, as we start off the third quarter here, the pressing defense, the in-your-face style.
Yeah, and that's classic Russian water polo. Coach Alexander Kabanov, the Russian coach, infamous in the Russian circles, been a coach in Russia for over 20 years. He led the men in the 2004 Olympics to medal. They came out of nowhere, able to get that bronze, and now he's taught the same to the women.
Early troubles for the U.S. Exclusion call, this time on Lauren Wanger, busted for sinking out there, and it'll be a 6-on-5 advantage here for the Russians. Russia will move it around. Here's Kanuk. Comes near side. Skip shot, bar hand, and in. Just sneaks past Betsy Armstrong, and we are once again tied at 6-6, just 30 seconds deep here, third quarter. Here's the replay.
We'll see, it just barely gets by. It comes off both Courtney Mathewson and Betsy Armstrong get a piece of it. Not enough to stop its momentum.
Razova Alancheva just kind of ramming that one home.
Contra foul called here.
And the ball back to the Russians. Couple of tough plays here for the U.S. out of the gates. Long outlet pass. Ahead of the field, here's the Russians. USA does a good job getting back. Pass nearly airmailed there. Quick shot, Villa with the field block, knocking it down, and then she chases that down. Shot attempt there coming off the hands of Razova Alancheva.
Strong defense there from Brenda Villa, longtime veteran here on this United States team.
Villa started with this women's national team back in 1996. Whoa, Cammie Craig clearing space off the mark, but the ball knocked out of play, and it'll stay with the United States, new at 2 meters. Craig just launching the defender out of the way to get a look at the cage, but off the mark there, stopped by the Russian keeper.
Yeah, Cami Craig was able to exhibit a little bit of her leg strength. Cleared space. Tremendous block by the Russian keeper.
Here's Elsie Wines controlling, native of Portland, Oregon. Former Cal Bear. Over to another Cal Bear. Over into zone Heather Petrie. And now Wenger. Petrie moving in. Shot clock to 11 for the U.S. Here's Wenger. Moving in, looking inside, deals to Craig. Triple team coming, and an exclusion called.
Kind of an easy call.
Exclusion on 8-yard, Eugenia Soboleva.
Evgenia Soboleva sent out for 20 seconds. New life for the United States. Petrie takes a look. Here's Via near side. Inside to Wines on the doorstep, right off the grill of the Russian keeper. New shot clock here for the U.S. Wenger regathers over to Rulon, and Rulon will put it in. Kelly Rulon scoring 7-6, USA in front, taking advantage of that power play, and they go up by 1-5-5-5 remaining here.
Kelly Rulon never even looks at the cage. One fake across the pool. Tricks the goalkeeper. She has her hands going cross cage. Has to recover, try and block that ball down. Allows the go-ahead goal for USA.
Rulon plays club water polo in Italy. Back in the States this summer, playing with Team USA. 7-6 advantage for the United States. 5:40 to go here in the third. Canuck gives a look. Shot clock to 10 for Russia. Shot attempt. Armstrong got a hand on it, partially off the post.
It's a quality save there by Betsy Armstrong. Full extension to her left. Tips it just to hit the bar. Able to recover. Now Team USA back to offense.
USA looking to advance the ball, but we'll get an exclusion here. See who that is. Headed out, the excluded player is 5 dark Alexandra Antonova. And a 6-on-5 coming here for the U.S.
And Antonova, her day is done. That's her third exclusion.
Red flag is out. Wenger to Petrie. Near side. Gives a look. Via back to Wenger. Moving in. Firing and scoring. The long arms of Lauren Wenger. Delivering that shot and score. USA jumps out to an 8-6 lead. Another power play goal for the United States.
Yeah, Lauren Wenger so long. Able to leg up, and she literally shoots over the defenders. Almost shooting down to the goal.
Wenger, 6'3", out of Long Beach, has those long arms.
The United States is continuing their success on their power plays. They're now 4 for 8. It's a quality conversion ratio.
50%, you'll take that, right?
Take that any day.
4:51 to go in the third quarter. USA up 2 on Russia. Good D there by the United States, knocking that one out of play. Partially tipped out of play by Julia Goffler.
The U.S. is up here in transition.
Here's Figgy leaking out. Figgy moving in. Lost the ball. Still fighting for it. And a ball under. Credit Russia for getting back. Strong defense there by Ekaterina Prokofyeva, able to force Figgy with the ball under.
Yeah, absolutely. Prokofyeva hustling down the pool. What looked like to be a sure chance on cage for Team USA. Is able to tie that ball up. A jump ball to a ball under.
Ordinary foul called. Russian ball here. Exclusion called. Let's see who the guilty party is. Looks like Maggie Steffens. She's out.
That's her second.
USA exclusion trouble. Steffens the only with 2. Russia, of course, has lost 1. They have another with 2. Pass inside.
Fancy.
Behind the back look. No shot available there. Back out to Canuck. Shot clock to 11. Now comes far side. Couple of fakes. Out top. Shot clock to 7. Sides coming even. Quick shot off the post and away. Armstrong there to gather. And the ball back to the U.S. and Betsy Armstrong.
United States defense, especially 5 versus 6, up to the task thus far. Now they look to increase on their 2-goal lead.
Figgy deals to Seidemann. Looking inside for Dries. The pass is in there. Seidemann trying to get Dries involved. Dries working hard down low. Getting sunk there at 2 meters. And now a bad pass. Picked off, intended for Wines. Taken away. Russians on the move. 8-6, they trail. Third quarter action here. The FINA World League Super Final. Ball out to Canuck. Shot clock to 15. Looking inside of 2 meters, Courtney Mathewson providing the defense down there.
Here's a great shot at Team USA's defense. The 2-3 help induces a low percentage shot from the perimeter.
High over the cage. Armstrong now with the outlet pass. Catches Gandy here in transition. Russia gives the foul. Pass comes across. Here's Figge. Figge moving in. Takes a look. Deals to Dries. Nice dish. Dries steps to the cage and an exclusion called. Like a little thought there by the official between a 5-meter call or an exclusion.
Yeah, I think he crossed himself up. Wasn't entirely positive what he was going to call, but he knew it was something going against the Russians.
It is the exclusion of the 6-on-5 here for the Americans.
See if Team USA can keep up their high rate of conversion percentage on their power plays.
Gandy gives a look. Out high, Mathewson. Near side, Figge. Figge faking, firing off the post. Rebound to Canuck. Sides even. Russia with the ball back. 2:12 and counting to go. Third quarter. USA in front 8-6. Here's Sofia Canuck. Hands off. Rizova Alancheva. Far side delivery now. Goffler. Shot clock to 8. Goffler looking for that foul. Official not giving it. And then the contra foul. Goffler delivering the elbow. And now an exclusion on the counterattack for the U.S. They're going to have numbers here. But the ball has to go back. The exclusion called on the Russians, Ekaterina Tankiva. USA has to deliver the ball back. Krikorian wisely calls for time here as they had lost the advantage, I think.
Well, they were just a little out of sorts. They weren't entirely sure. They did have the backcourt exclusion in their favor, but the ball had to go forwards, backwards. Adam calls a timeout, regathers his troops. Probably going to come with a little play. Last time you saw, he was trying to work the ball to Cameron Craig on the 2-post, sliding out. I would imagine they'll work on that. Coach Krikorian and I discussed some of the options that Team USA has on their power plays, and they've got 4 different reads that they'll make on the defense. Depending on what the Russians show them defensively, they will counter that and try and hitch and slide, if you will, to get themselves a better shot on cage.
1:50 to go here in the third quarter. Thanks again to all the fans tuning in here and hitting us on the live feedback. 8-6, USA in front. For those perhaps struggling with buffering or interruptions, suggestion might be an updated internet browser, an updated Flash player. Hopefully make sure everyone can see this broadcast as clearly as possible without interruption. Back to the action here now, off the timeout. USA dealing with a 6-on-5 here. Heather Petrie gives a look. Working the baseline. Wines cutting in, not there. Now to Villa. Back to Petrie. Takes a look. Villa. Shot clock to 10. Sides coming even. Here's Petrie. Back to Villa. Catch and shoot. Brenda delivers.
Yes, sir.
Villa on point. The power play goal. And a 9-6 lead now for Team USA. Villa with her second goal of the game. Here it is.
There's Brenda Villa. Not even thinking twice about it. She saw the opening. She took a quick peek at the goal before the ball was delivered. Knew that the best way to shoot on 6-on-5 is to catch and shoot. That's her second goal of the game. And Team USA starting to roll.
3-goal advantage. 9-6 lead here for the U.S. Russia with the ball back. Getting down towards the end here, the third. Bad pass attempted by the 2-meter player of Russia. Taken away. Entry pass went into Glazina, and I think she might have lost the handle. Here comes Villa now. Under a minute to go, third quarter. Villa moving in. Gives a look. Gives to Wenger, far side. Gets to Craig involved. Craig can't get free. No call there. Official has nothing to say about that one, and the ball comes back to Russia.
Yeah, that's a very interesting no call. Cammie Craig had tremendous inside water position. The ball was delivered to her there, and it was obvious to everybody except the official that she was being held. Perhaps a little exposure as well.
Shot clock down to 7 here. Ball comes near side. Entry inside and knocked away. Armstrong there has it. Shot clock is off. Ball back to the U.S. 15 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Armstrong now controlling. U.S. can hold for the final shot here. Still holding, and they may just ride this one out. Armstrong going to hang on to it. And that brings into the third quarter. After 3, it's the United States 9, Russia 6. The U.S. using a key third quarter to build a lead here and taking advantage over Team Russia. Headed to the fourth quarter, still far from over. Russia, we know, resilient. We're going to the fourth here from La Jolla, California. We'll take a timeout and return. You're watching the 2010 FINA World League Super Final live right here on TeamUSA.org.
Hi, I'm Lola Silver, and you're watching the FINA World League Super Final on TeamUSA.org.
You talk to your kids about drugs and alcohol. You even got through that conversation about sex. Now, isn't it time you talk to them about lunch? With all the talk about being overweight, experts agree that eating 5 to 9 servings of colorful fruits and vegetables and being active every day will help our kids stay healthy and fit. Eat smarter, be active, get healthy, America.
Back here at the Kogan Family Aquatic Complex, or Aquatic Complex.
Well, however you want to say it, tomato,
in
tomato.
La Jolla, California.
Or
Along with
La
Pat
Jolla.
Beamer, Greg Mescal, La Jolla as they say it elsewhere. It's a 9-6 lead right for the USA. In that third quarter, all United States for the most part, getting scores from Via, her second, Lauren Wanger, and Kelly Rulon with her second as well. Russia just with 1 score, and the United States took what was a 6-6 game and blew it out to 9-6, and now looking strong going into the fourth quarter here. Russia 1 of 3 on power plays, the U.S. 2 for 6.
Did Russia score in that quarter? I thought we were tied at 6 at half, no? Oh, they did. My mistake.
Good
Well,
question here. Yeah, they did. They scored, it was 6-5 U.S. at the half. You recall the Dries goal right as we closed
That's right.
second quarter. Russia came out, scored first to tie, and then 3 straight USA goals led to the 9-6 game we now have.
And that is why we have the crack team of statisticians.
Huge help here. Russia wins the opening sprint to get things started in our coldest game of the week thus far. Russia ball here, 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Entry inside, backhand, thought about it. Wanger not having it. Now Canuck with the lob, and that's off the mark. Armstrong there.
Oh, Melissa Seidemann called for the contra foul. Big kick onto number 4, Sophia Canuck.
And now it'll be back with Russia. They'll get 2 straight chances here on offense to start off the fourth quarter.
And we've seen this so many times here today, Greg, where teams have been given that second opportunity, and oftentimes the second opportunity leads to bad things.
Entry pass in, double team thrown into, and Rulon there with the steal, deals back to Armstrong. Second chance there for Russia goes for naught.
To say that pass was ill-advised is an understatement.
And Rulon has it now on the deal from Armstrong. Rulon moving in. Waiting for a foul. Now there it is. Takes a look inside. Comes near side to Petrie. Ordinary foul called. And a contra foul called.
Again, Seidemann called. This time she's swimming over her defender, number 8, Soboleva. Mental mistakes like that could prove critical down the stretch here. This game certainly isn't out of reach.
Oh, what passing by the Russians. Canuck dishing off inside to Karpovich. Fast passing.
Canuck, the Russian team captain, sees her teammate open in the middle. Beautiful redirect pass. High level of skill required there, folks. Don't try it at home unless you've properly stretched.
Don't want to tear a hammy. 6:37 to go in the fourth. A 9-7 lead still for the U.S. after that beautiful goal there by the Russians. Here's Seidemann controlling. Foul called, gives off to Villa. Now Wanger. Comes to Rulon. Rulon in the corner there. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. USA far removed from the cage here as the shot clock winds down. Wanger out near mid-tank here. Gives off to Villa. Inside to Craig. And a shot clock violation. That was going to be trouble, but time ran out on the U.S. Now rush down the other end. Under 6 to play here in this one. USA leading by a score of 9-7. Ball comes near side, an ordinary foul called. Restarted there by the Russians and Glazina. Now goes out to Canuck. Pass goes far side. Lob shot try off of the crossbar. Rebounded by Wenger. Exclusion called and rolled from the game here.
Yeah. 13 there from Russia. Puts it in Yakinova. Tricky one.
What was the damage incurred there?
I'd love to see a replay of it. I'm not entirely positive. I think she was mixing it up and had maybe an elevated foot out of the water. Delivered right there to Heather Petrie.
USA now with the power play. Here's Wenger. Sides coming even. Wenger back to Villa. Villa with a skip shot. Count it. Brenda Villa with the hat trick, delivering on the skip. And another power play goal. The fans loving it here in La Jolla. And Villa hitting on that one. Here's a replay.
Brenda Villa, like I said earlier, this whole week so far really has been finding her own shot. Now she's got 3 on the afternoon.
Here come the line changes. There is Brenda Villa. Perhaps about it, most decorated player in women's water polo, along with only a few others. Has enough medals to probably fill the pool here at Kogan. 10-7 USA in front now, 5:05 to go in the fourth.
You'd hate to see the medals in the water, though. They probably tarnish, change a different color.
Like chlorine is both our friend and our enemy. Inside to Russia. Looking at a 2 meters to backhand. That one sneaks past Armstrong. Russia answers right back. Nadezhda Glazina.
Check that. It's actually Timofeeva.
I stand corrected.
Actually, you're sitting, but I will go ahead and tell you that it was not Glazina. You see Timofeeva there with a great backhand look. That's her first goal of the afternoon.
10-8, Russia hanging around, 4:48 to go in the fourth quarter. You know they're not going to go quietly here, and they're a steal. Taken away by the Russians. Still plenty of time, 4:40 to go in this one. Here comes Russia now on the move. Pushing the ball ahead.
Good aerial shot there. Team USA in their defense.
Here's Figgy providing D on the ball right now. Shot clock down to 7. Shot clock down to 3. Could see a shot coming here from Prokofayeva. Armstrong up to the task. Knocks that down. 4:07 to go here in the fourth. USA with the ball back.
This game certainly still hangs in the balance. Team USA clinging now to a 2-goal lead. But it's going to help with a wide open person at 2 meters. Annika Dries is able to draw that exclusion.
Soboleva heading out.
And that'll be the third for Soboleva.
Second player Russia's lost.
Any second now, we may or may not see a red flag.
Steffens. Maggie Steffens delivering.
You're going to see Maggie Steffens here on the power play at the 6th position. She's going to hitch and slide to her left. She sees the entire near side, skips it home. Beats both defender and goalkeeper. Now the United States sits at 7 for 12 on their power plays.
Steffens not bad. You played some high school water polo. Could you imagine playing in a national team game after your high school season ended?
No, I certainly couldn't. For one thing, I was failing math, and I had to do homework.
11-8.
Got him.
USA in front. 3:25 to go in the fourth. Pass far side.
Trouble.
Inside now. And a fight for the ball and an exclusion called. And Steffens, after that great goal, now sent out to the side with an exclusion.
And that's her third for the day. Her services will no longer be required or available.
Well, good thing she scored when she did. There's the red flag. Still never saw the red flag on that other Russian player. Shot attempt
Great
there.
save.
Armstrong able to get a hand up. Under 3 to play now in the fourth. 11-8. USA in front.
Team USA looking to milk the clock just a little bit, but they're still pushing in transition.
Here's Wanger now, subbing in for Steffens. Figgy controlling, gets loose. Ordinary foul called. Shot clock to 10. Here's Wanger now. Contra foul called. It's like a swimming motion made there by the near side official.
Yeah. I think Heather Petrie got caught swimming over her defender there.
2:27 left here in the fourth. USA up 11-8. Shot there by Canuck. Armstrong over with the right hand to knock it down. Goes out of bounds, though. It'll stay in for the Russians at 2 meters.
You can start to sense the urgency from Team Russia. They need goals, and they need them in a hurry. Time is not on their side. Yes, it is.
Save your karaoke for after the games. Pass kicked out now to Russia. 2:10 to go in the fourth. USA up 3. Shot fake near side. Now down into the corner. Pulled back out top. Quick shot. Score. Prokofyeva for Russia. 11-9. 2 minutes to go. Take a look at the replay here. Prokofyeva finding that corner just past the outstretched hands of Betsy Armstrong. And now a 2-goal game. Yet again, Russia still hanging in. Possession is getting low for the Russians, but they will have an opportunity.
That is Ekaterina Prokofyeva's second goal of the afternoon. And as you mentioned, it brings Russia within 2. Still enough time for them to find the equalizer.
1:45 remaining. Now USA will see if they try and milk the clock a bit. Russia fouling. Inside to Dries. Steps through and draws a 5-meter.
That is the old up and under move from basketball. Love to get another look at that. Strong penalty drawn by Annika Dries.
And now Gandhi will come in for the 5-meter shot. See if she can push this USA lead back out to 3 at 12-9. This would perhaps make things insurmountable for Team Russia. And Gandhi delivers. 12-9.
Annika Dries has been developing her own highlight reel this afternoon. Strong move from 2 meters. Here you'll see it, the up and under, old school basketball. White man can't jump. Annika Dries doesn't have to jump.
And that's all it took. Also might be a swim move there, would make a few defensive linemen proud. Able to get around the defender there. And a 12-9 lead here for the United States. 1:30 to go in the fourth.
And speaking of basketball, Greg, Coach Adam Krikorian asked me to remind you that you did, in fact, lose 3 games in a row in a pickup game with some of the coaches this morning. How do you feel about that?
Something I'd rather not talk about. Shot attempt there off the crossbar. There'll be a redemption later this week for Coach Krikorian. Or for myself against Coach Krikorian, rather. Anyway, 1:05 to go in the fourth quarter here. 12-9 USA in front.
Final minute of play. Last minute.
Last minute of play as Don Brantley informs us. Don's still going strong here in game 4 of the day.
The old golden throat, Don. We all know him. We all love him.
Here's Figgy now moving in. USA trying to run down the clock here. Seemingly on their way to their 3rd straight victory here at the FINA World League Super Final. Figgy dumps that in the corner. 42 seconds left. 12-9, USA in front. Russia with the ball here.
This game is certainly out of reach at this point.
Gandhi coming in with a big swipe of the ball, but it'll be Seidemann whistled for the exclusion. And the advantage here to Russia. Canuck moving in, takes a look. Gets it back, fires, and wide right of the cage, and USA will have it back. And now with the shot clock off and 20 seconds remaining, it'll be a 12-9 lead for the U.S., and Betsy Armstrong can just ever so slightly advance this ball and run this clock down. We're under 10 to play here. Strong first 3 days for the United States of America as they come out with wins over Greece, over Australia in a shootout, and now over Russia. And we will see who they will meet tomorrow.
USA defeats
That's your final. The United States, Pat, with a strong first 3 days and a big win here against the Russians.
Yeah, I mean, Team USA realized what they were going to get from Russia, the hard press, hard transition, and they were able to finish the entire way. We're not entirely sure of the matchups coming up.
Well, I have a feeling we're going to get them soon. Quickly, some final stats here. Dries with 2 goals and a whole host of drawn exclusions. Brenda Villa with 3 goals. We're going to hopefully talk with her soon. Lauren Wanger with a tally. Tanya Gandhi with 2. Maggie Steffens with a score. Kelly Rulon with 2. Melissa Seidemann with 1. That's balanced scoring right there for the USA. For Russia, Prokofayeva with 2. And the rest, they spread around. Timofeyeva with 1. Rizova Alancheva with 1. Soboleva with 1. Karpovich with 1. Belyeva with 1. Galfer with 1. And Rustenikova with 1. Rounding up some post-game chats, we'll take a quick timeout, get you back here. We'll also take a look at what the games will be for tomorrow. We're back after this. You're watching the FINA World League Super Final right here on TeamUSA.org.
Well, everything is in its place, and I can't stop the smile on my face, 'cause I'm happy in this place. 1, 2, 3, so smile, smile on my friends. You're in a happy place, so smile, smile on my friends. Come on, smile, smile on my friends.
Make your happy happen at sandiego.org.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
And we're back here at the Kogan Complex. Final score 12-9, and we're joined by Brenda Villa. Brenda, thanks for joining us.
No problem.
So 3 goals for you and a big win over Russia. Team gets out to a great start here. Winning all 3 games in prelim play has to make you feel good.
I mean, our goal was to just get better every game, and we did that. We opened up with the win against Greece. We wanted a shootout, and today, you know, our defense held, and we scored lots of goals. So
yeah, lots of goals. The Russia defense, I imagine it is just exhausting. They come out and just press you. They're up in your face. Is it like, just get off me? Like I want to just pass the ball. It seemed like you just see the frustration, but eventually you guys broke through.
Well, I mean, we're a team that presses
yes,
a lot.
so
but
it's a little of your own medicine?
Yeah, so I mean, we like to play a little bit of zone, but I mean, it's tough, but I think in a way we play better against a press because that's what we do every day in practice.
Yeah.
So yes, it's exhausting, but we like it.
Your goals largely of the catch and shoot variety. Is that your general preferred method of scoring? It seems like it doesn't give anyone time to kind of set up and see where your shot's coming from.
That's definitely my preferred method of scoring, and I think, yeah, it doesn't give people a chance to react, and I know some teammates prefer like the long, the fake, but I mean, to everyone their own. I'm just better at a catch and shoot.
Let's talk about, and we've mentioned it with everyone that we've had on after the game, but the play you're getting out of 2 meters from the cast of people, Cami, Annika Dries, Annika making some just ridiculously strong moves out of 2 meters. It's got to be exciting as an outside shooter to have that going on down at 2 meters.
I mean, we've had a great legacy of great centers,
Yes.
so it's kind of nice to see someone like Ani come in. She's a youngster, 18 years old, comes in and fills big shoes, and we just keep producing. So they go in there, they make it easy for us attackers on the outside. They get all these natural goals and great moves at set, and then we just fill in and start shooting from the outside.
Lastly, we got the schedule for tomorrow. Looks like you're going to be playing Canada at 7 o'clock. Always a great matchup. What do you look for in that game?
Like I said, we just want to continue to get better, and we know the Canadians very well, so it's going to be a tough game. We always, you know, we bring the best out of the Canadians, I think. So tomorrow it'll be a good game. They'll show up to play, and it'll be a battle to the end.
All right, anyone watching at home you want to say hello to?
Yes, hi, Mom and Dad.
All right, thank you, Brenda.
No problem.
Brenda Villa joining us. 3 goals here for Team USA in the win over the Russians, and now we'll bring in Adam Krikorian, the USA head coach. So the schedule here, we have it for you. 2:30, Hungary versus Greece. 4 o'clock, Netherlands, Australia. 5:30, China, Russia. And 7 o'clock, Canada, USA. Hang on, you're going backwards here, Chief. And we'll get Adam all set up here. Okay.
One of these days, I'll figure this one out.
That's all right. We got 6 days of this, so I have confidence in you. Win over here against Russia. You go 3-0 in the prelim play. I know the games, I guess, take them or leave them from a standpoint of seeding, but got to be good to get off to a good start in this.
Yeah, it is. Anytime you win, I think you learn how to win, and you get that winning feeling, and I think that's going to be that'll be important. I think we take some confidence with us going into the quarterfinals, but at the same time, we know now that the last 3 games don't mean anything, and we need to win. It's one game at a time, starting tomorrow against Canada. If I figured it out right.
Yeah, you're correct. Canada is correct.
Which is going to be, a quarterfinal game, and you're playing essentially the World Championship final last year. So, and it's a great rivalry, and we really look forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
How about the balanced scoring tonight? You really spread it around. You get 3 from Brenda and a couple, 2 others, but really a good mix of scores and getting it inside and outside, drawing penalties. Just a well-rounded offense.
Yeah, it was good to see Brenda getting going there, and she had some great shots, and I really thought our second group that comes in off the bench, I thought they were fantastic. I think the first group left something to be desired out there. Maybe we're a little sluggish and looking forward to the quarterfinal game, but the second group really came in and proved that they were tough to handle today.
The Russians, that aggressive pressing in-your-face defense, Brenda mentioned that that's oftentimes what the USA does, so it's perhaps a little bit of your own medicine. How do you try and – it seemed as if it was kind of stagnant early on. They were just up in your guys' face early on. How did you kind of break through that?
I think, to be frank, I think we just decided to put in a little bit more work. I think we were disappointed with how we played in the first half, particularly the first quarter. And we talked about that at the break. And this sport is – sometimes we make it too complex. It's pretty simple. If you're willing to put the work in, everyone knows what to do. Everyone knows, how to execute. It's about whether you're willing to put the work in. And sometimes, it's tough in this sport to put the work in because it's so physically demanding. And I don't think we were willing to put in the work early. And second half, we're willing to put in the work.
So tomorrow against Canada, right back at it here again tomorrow night. It's, as you said, pretty much a rematch of last year. You seem to meet these guys and everything important. It's kind of like Australia. You kind of find a way to play Canada in the World Championships last year, the World League Super Final. Very familiar with this team. What are going to be some of the big things that they present to you challenge-wise?
I think defensively, they mix it up a little bit. They do some different things defensively, and they have a great goalkeeper. And I think their defense is underrated. I think they do a nice job defensively, and then obviously we need to do also a good job against their centers. I think number 3, Montan, has improved, and Alogbo is an excellent player down low, and how we do against them is going to be important. But it's largely like any of these games are going to come down to 6-on-5, 5-on-6 as well. So we need to do a great job in the power play area, and we'll see. It's going to be a great one, I'm sure.
All right, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, right here, USA Canada. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Craig.
All right. USA winners over Russia in this one, coming out victorious 12-9. And real quick, we will get you the schedule of tomorrow. Let's go over that one more time. Tomorrow, 2:30, Hungary versus Greece. 4 o'clock, Netherlands versus Australia. 5:30, China versus Russia. And then, as Adam just alluded to, it'll be Canada versus the United States in the rematch of the World Championship from a year ago. We'll have all of the action right here starting at 2:30 tomorrow. Let's take a look at some folks that helped make today's webcast possible. Aqua Hydrate, water for people who know the difference. Hydration for Team USA. Sponsor of USA Water Polo and IndyCar. Sierra Federal Credit Union, a proud partner of USA Water Polo. Credit union members get discounts on tickets to national team games. Mikasa Sports, official water polo ball of FINA and the Olympic Games, and a proud sponsor of USA Water Polo for nearly 2 decades. Canyon Polarized, luxury performance polarized sunglasses for men and women, proud supporter of USA Water Polo's drive to 2012.